Live look at Moscow, almost 4 a.m. there, where Ukrainian intelligence claims to have killed a top-ranking Russian general with a scooter bomb. Rather, a bomb hidden in a scooter, straight out of a James Bond movie. 300 grams of TNT strapped to a scooter detonated next to the general and his assistant, killing them both. General Igor Kirillov was the head of Russia's nuclear defense forces. He's known for spreading misinformation on U.S. biowarfare labs in Ukraine. His assassination comes just one day after Ukraine accused him of using banned chemical weapons. Dmitri Alperovitch joins us, co-founder, executive chairman of the Silverado Policy Accelerator, author of The World on the Brink, How China Can Beat China in the Race for the 21st Century. Dmitri, welcome back. Good to see you. Is this really James Bond-like, or given sort of Ukraine and Russia's long history, is it pretty easy for them to have pulled this off?
Well, it's never easy to go into the foreign capital where you have the FSB, the Russian intelligence service, everywhere, and able to actually penetrate into the capital, set up, of course, a scooter next to a general that's pretty well protected, a high-level official. So this is, you've got to give the Ukrainians credit for this. This is really well done. But of course, this is not their only operations. They've provided drones to the Syrian rebels that helped to defeat Assad's army and potentially constrain Russia's operations in Syria. They've helped rebels across Africa to assassinate Wagner forces there. So they're trying to hurt Russia wherever they can.
Are they succeeding? Dmitri, I don't know if you've lost me, the audio here. Are they succeeding?
Well, they're succeeding in terms of causing pain for Putin, in terms of letting every Russian official know that they can potentially be targeted for assassination, particularly if they've been involved in illegal activities like use of chemical weapons in Ukraine, of which they've documented almost 5,000 cases of using chemical agents on Ukrainian troops. But of course, in terms of the situation in the war zone itself in Ukraine, things are not going well. The Russians are gaining. And in fact, their rate of advance is the highest it's been since the war began, really, in the spring of 2022.
You're painting a picture, right, where Ukraine is sort of desperate, hence this operation in Moscow, that they're trying to sort of target Russians in different ways because of their losses on the battlefield. If you think about sort of from a Russian perspective, this general's killed, that doesn't seem, I think, that it would scare Putin as much as it would probably either enrage or embolden him, right?
Yeah, this is probably the only thing that they're trying to attempt here is really send a message. If you're involved in use of chemical weapons against our troops, we will target you, so maybe think twice about that. But this is not going to stop the war. One general is going to be replaced, so we have to be realistic that this is not strategic, but it is tactical successes. And look, it's received very well in Ukraine itself, where, of course, they're under constant bombardment from the Russians, and they like to see these wins where their enemies get killed, especially in their home city.
What should we take from the fact that the Ukrainians had the ability to do this? Is that there's sort of a new gear that Ukraine has, or that this is the last stand of a desperate nation?
No, I think their intel operations have gotten better and better. They've been able to recruit more sources, sometimes even unwitting sources. You may remember when they were able to attack the bridge in Crimea, the Kursk bridge, they used a truck bomb, but the driver of that truck was an unwitting agent. He didn't know what he was driving, that he was driving this explosive, and obviously he perished in it. So they've gotten much better at recruiting sources in Russia and using them for these sorts of operations.
Dmitri Alperovitch, as always, interesting. Thank you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you and yours. We'll talk in the new year.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.